there's been quite a number of things that we've done at the Africa Center for Statistics, and I will just mention exactly three ones. One of the things we've done is we've been able to help countries modernize their statistical systems, transform and modernize them so to make them much more agile and resilient to use the modern technologies. And that we've done in many ways. One of the things that we have done is that we have capacitated countries to use what we call digital technologies in their own systems to make sure that the systems are interoperable, they are able to have digital data integration, that we've been able to do that. But in addition to that is that we've gone beyond that. We have actually given them physical training where they're now able to collect data, for instance, on consumer price index by scanning, web scanning, and some of it, by actually going to the website and web scrub, which has not been the case in the past. So that's a big success. In addition to that, as part of that number one, is that countries now are collecting census data using tablets. This is the first time that we are doing this kind of work. Instead of doing this work in 2 years, countries are now doing it in 2-3 months. In the case of Tanzania recently, they did it in 45 days because of what we have done. That's one. But we have also moved a little bit to a different level now. We have a group of young statisticians. These young statisticians, we are giving them not just skills, but new understanding of what the statistical development is about. Why are we doing that? We're doing that because we realize that the young people, they are the ones that are tech savvy. That if this continent has to transform, has to move to a different level, we have to ensure that the lives of people on the continent change. We need the young people to be part of the development. So we're very proud that we have a cadre of young people who have been put in different places. The third aspect, I think, what I really think that we've been able to do extremely very well is to support the African Continental Free Trade Area through the data that we are collecting, what we call the trade value added. And now we have a database. We are able to inform, the CFTA to produce and have information that is required. So I think those are just some of the key areas, some of the key achievements one would actually highlight this year. If I may just add, one key thing that we have done is around artificial intelligence. We've introduced a place now, we demystify statistical issues, demystify issues about technology so that people can be comfortable. What does it mean, artificial intelligence? When we talk about big data, what does that actually mean? So I think that moving people to a different level of thinking is a great achievement, just to mention a few.
Thank you.
Oh, challenges equally many. This is where a data ecosystem on the continent has changed. I think maybe even in other global areas. There are many players now. It's not just the statisticians that are producing data. We have others that have even better tools than we do, who are producing data much faster and be able to inform governments quickly. So that's a challenge, because the challenge that is there is that a lot of them, they are talking about data that is not verified. They're talking about producing data that has no standards. And that is not good, because then countries are using data that has no quality. So the challenge there is that how do we occupy the space very quickly to be able to produce data that is credible? To be able to produce data that is able to be used by everyone to inform the decision-making processes. So the way we have addressed that is to begin to identify private sector entities and also the academia with whom we can work with to produce the tools that are required in enhancing our own skills, but also enhancing the skills of the country. So that's been one of the major challenges, but I think we are beginning to address it. Going forward, I think one of the biggest things that we want to do is, again, back to the issue of modernization technology, to equip ourselves at the Africa Center for Statistics, at ECA, with the knowledge of technology itself, artificial intelligence. Because people are talking about these things, but we don't really understand what, Internet of Things, what does it really mean? We need to understand, we need to have that capacity. So that is one of the things that we want to do in the coming years, to equip everyone to understand that. But as we do that, we want to make sure that we're able to transfer the knowledge to the countries. And that even ourselves, as we skill ourselves, we are able to have the knowledge that is required to inform decision process in a much quicker way because of the things that we have acquired. So there are a number of things, but a lot of it is about technology, about modernization, about transformation, transforming ourselves to be able to withstand the changes of our time.